Hey guys, welcome back to Bixby's Beer Reviews. Awesome to have you here with me again today. Let's get right into it. We got another beer from Vasen. You know I love those guys, but it is not one of their vaunted hazies. Today, we're checking out from their Richmond is for Lägers series, their Italian Pilsner. Now, longtime viewers of the BBR, including our Patreon supporters, will remember that before this was an official YouTube show, did a lot of episodes in the summer of 2020. It was a harsh summer in many ways, but we did declare it the hashtag Summer of Pils, and I believe the Italian Pilsner, which was starting to have its moment back then, was sort of our flagship beer of that whole episode. So what is an Italian Pilsner, if you've not heard of one? Not too complicated. In many respects, it is a German Pilsner, sort of a northern German Pilsner, but the difference is that it is much more aggressively hopped with noble hops than your standard German Pilsner will be. In this case, Vasen is using not just Saaz, very classic hop to use in Pilsner generally and in this style, but also Supersazer. Supersazer being a Michigan-grown American version of Saaz. So a big Saaz bomb, as it were. Very excited to check out their version of it. I've had a number of these over the years. I really like this style, but I've not had this one. So let's crack it open, take a look. Now, as its name implies, the Italian Pilsner was invented in Italy by the brewer at Birrificio Italiano. Still a going concern. If you're ever over there, you can check their stuff out. He made the very first Italian Pilsner. It's called Tipo Pils. You can still get it. I've actually had it in Rome before. And then that was tried by one of the brewers at Firestone Walker. Well, he was over there. He came back and he decided they needed to make one. That became Firestone Walker's Pivo Pils. A great beer in its own right, very widely available. Highly recommend it to y'all. But in the meantime, let's check out Vasen's version. As you can see, it is well lagered, crystal clear, very effervescent, very bubbly. Has a nice, fluffy, persistent head here. In all respects, looking pretty much like a lot of Pilsners do. Has the beautiful straw Pilsner malt color. So, gorgeous beer. Let's go ahead and give this one a smell. It's a delicious smelling beer. As the ingredients in the process would lend you to believe, this one has a very strong, spicy, peppery, noble hop aroma. I have seen versions of Italian Pilsner that lean more towards your Hallertau or your Spalt, your more flowery or fresh-smelling, grassy noble hops. This one goes hard on Saaz, which is the way that I tend to prefer it because I love Saaz's earthy notes. I love that just little bit of pepper and spice that it brings to you. And here, more so than a typical German Pilsner or Czech Pilsner where you're gonna have more of a balance between malt aromas and hop aromas, this is pretty much all hop on the nose. And so I wouldn't say it goes as far as like, an IPA or something like that. It's not aggressive, but it's strong, it's right out in front, and it's a very distinctive aroma that I don't think you get from your average lager. So it smells very good. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Ooh. A delicious and refreshing beer, very flavorful. So there are two things that I tend to like about this style and that I like about this particular beer from Vasen. First is obviously, again, the hop character. If you like Saaz hops, I don't think you can get a better experience than you can with this style. Just as we got that tremendous earthy, herbal, spicy, peppery note on the aroma, that does carry through to the flavors, and it comes across as sort of this wonderfully rich, green, almost mossy flavor. It doesn't pack the kind of intense hop flavor that, a hazy IPA or something like that would do, but it gives you a hop-forward lager in the best way possible, I think. So that's what you would expect. Something that I also think that it tends to do is that it for whatever reason to me, tends to highlight a little bit of the Pilsner malt more than I think most Pilsners do. And I'm not sure what the mechanism here is or if it's just idiosyncratic to me, but I tend to taste the crackery Pilsner malt right at the finish in a way that I don't get with other Pilsners. And I don't know if it's the contrast with the higher hops or something to do with the aroma, but here it really does highlight a beautiful, soft, supporting, malty character right at the end that it reminds me of a nice slice of toast or something like that. And it gives a nice counterpoint to all that hop character right up front. So this is a beer I would say just as much as for a hazy IPA, you want to get this one fresh and drink it fresh. We know hop character starts depreciating the moment you get the beer in the can, and you lose a little bit every day. So this is a beer where I think finding a good local brewery and getting it just as fast as you can from the brewery into your house is the way to go. I'll also say is for all that boosted hop character, it still does finish dry. It's refreshing. It's light. It's a very tasty beer. And as I said, it's a great summer beer, I think, for when you want something that has a little bit more character to it than just, a standard lighter lager, but where you're still, maybe it's 90 degrees out and you're going to be spending some time outside. So it's a wonderful style. If you've not heard of it, I cannot recommend it enough for you to check out, to add to your arsenal. And like I said, if you see it at the beer store, all you got to know is it's just a little bit more hops. So check out the hops that are in the can and see if that's something you're interested in. So thanks for joining me here on the BBR once again. Very glad to share one of my very favorite styles from one of my very favorite breweries with you. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye now.